You're not an idiot, right? You're not an idiot. So, what would you be so stupid to believe that that would fly with me? Are you really that stupid? My words barely phase her, that grin still lingering. Yep, yeah, that sounds about right. I love this arcade, and I think we would be great friends. What do you say, partner? Waiting for my response, she holds out a fist bump. Are you effing kidding me? Of course not. Sure, why not? I absolve you of all your arcade sins. No, get out. Lol, no, get out. If you truly love this arcade, you have to stop causing problems. Rules are rules. If you can respect them, you can stay. If you truly love this arcade, you have to stop causing rules. Rules are rules. If you can respect them, you can stay. Sure not. Sure, why not? I absolve you of all your arcade sins. No, get out. As the duly ordained arcade pope, I hereby absolve you of all of your sins in the name of the frog, the monkey, and the holy yellow circle that eats all the dots. Ha 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 ha! Actually, you're all banned from the arcade. Get lost or I call the cops on you all. I love that. Get lost or I call the cops on you all. Get wrecked, kid. And Sue just laughs. She laughs and laughs as I posted a funny cat video, not made a direct threat.
Oh, friend, you don't want to get the pigs involved. No. I mean, if you really feel you need to, go ahead. Call them. It's cool. We'll go quietly. And be back the very next day.
Not if you're blacklisted. You know, I can get a restraining order. Not if you're blacklisted.
We've got friends in high places. We don't sell drugs or weapons. We sell information. And information, as a currency, is far more valuable than what other gangs trade in. So just smile, nod your head, and say, "Yes, Miss Sue, you and your friends are always welcome here."
Wow. Wow. You are really a piece of work.
You don't want to see what I can do with the push of a single button.
Your name is Sue. Because that's probably what I'm going to be doing to your sorry hiney for the rest of your days if you don't get out of my arcade, Sue. So now you're threatening me.
I'm just telling you how it is. What you do now is entirely up to you.
But before she can continue her tirade, we're rather rudely interrupted. Oi, Sue, the heck you doing here? Delinquent leader. The thick tension that surrounds us melts away, redirected to the new challenger. All eyes glare towards them. Oh, great. Okay, Hark, hold that thought. I got business to attend to. That's right, you do. Ghost monsters don't operate south of 23rd Street. You know well this is lovely chainsaw territory. Get lost or get tossed. If I wasn't confused before, I'm sure as heck am now. All I can do is watch this unfurl before me. With a clap, Sue summons her buddies to her side. I'm sorry, south of what? I don't recall signing any non-compete agreement with you, darlings.
Ghost monsters for life.
Oh, ooh, ghost monsters? This locker room, gossip queen, is disrespecting your fearless leader. What do we say to that? She does look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, honestly, if we're talking Ghostbusters. Nobody disses Sue on my watch. Nobody. Yeah, and I ain't scared to hit a chick. I'm an equal opportunity, socially maladjusted individual. Think you've got your answers now? Think you got your answers, ladies. Now then. Let's rumble. Not in my arcade. Well, to their credit, they didn't throw the first punch, but we're talking Han didn't show first. Han didn't shoot first levels of moral ground here there. Immediately the ghost monsters and the lovely chainsaw are at each other's throats, grappling, punching, shoving each other. A baseball bat gets swung and clangs off the side of a racing game. Soda cans are thrown, someone uproots a chair near the snack machines, and that goes flying too. It's chaos, complete and utter chaos. And it needs to stop. Now. Iris? Already calling the cops, Hark. As for me, it was supposed to be perfect. It was supposed to be. I did everything I could to make Funplex 2 Electric Boogaloo a success. I did what I was supposed to do, and fate still screwed me over. But I can stand here lamenting that fact, or I can do something about it. I chose the latter. Good on you, Hark. I'm proud of you. Priority 1, get the customers the heck out of here. Gavin and Ashley are already on that. I join in, trying to funnel the panic crowd of kids and gamers out the door and away from the carnage. This way, hurry. Seriously, restraining order these punks. In an orderly fashion, please. Out, everybody out! The fight spills into the restaurant area. Fortunately, well, after anybody eating there had bailed on the place. This just adds greasy french fries to the mix of stuff being thrown through the air at the opposing sides in this gang war. Dag nabbit! I'm not letting that F get away with this. Until now, it's been the world's sloppiest barroom crawl, teenagers flailing at each other, generally wrecking the scene rather than each other. But now she's pulled out a gun. Wow, this game just went dark. Not some arcade light gun, but a real-life shooting and killing gun. I didn't expect the game to go this way. This isn't happening. This can't be happening. But this is 100% happening. The leader of the lovely chainsaw gang raises her weapon and takes aim at Sue, trying to end this. But her target is conveniently tucked behind Mrs. Defame and Queen Bee. If I don't do something, someone is seriously going to get hurt. My mind races. If everything is indeed in ruins, I have one chance to make this right. One chance to do something good in the midst of all this chaos. Time slows for me. Like I'm trapped in a dream state. Pure instinct takes over and I start running towards them. Oh my gosh. I have no interest in protecting Sue. No interest. I like Queen Bee enough to not want her dead. Like, Queen Bee was definitely by far my least favorite, by far, of all of the characters, but I don't want her dead. If Miss Defame dies, then she's going... I mean, if Miss Defame dies, she's not going to write the report. It's a win-win, I guess, if I do or don't save Miss Defame. Either I save her and she feels like she owes it to me to write a good review, or she dies, and which is a terrible thing to say. She dies, and then she doesn't write the review at all. But it just... I mean, I want to protect... Honestly, I want to protect the Queen Bee. I want to. But I feel like the right answer is to protect Mrs. Defame. I feel like that's the right answer. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm gonna protect Mrs. Defame. It feels like the right answer. Sorry, Queen Bee. Hopefully, this'll be... Hopefully, it's not an actual real gun. Hopefully, it's not an actual real gun. Cause that would be the worst thing. If I went to protect Queen Bee and not Mrs. Defame, and it was a fake gun, then Mrs. Defame would just... She would not... She would be all over our heinies. So, protect Mrs. Defame. Get down! It'll probably shoot me. Did I get shot? Am I gonna die before Percy? That's probably what's gonna happen. That escalated fast. Holy, what did you... I was aiming for Sue. Pigs. Pigs. I probably was the one who got shot. Run for it. Stay cool and wipe the footage first. Do it. Wipe the footage first. Stay with us, Hark. Stay with us. Help is on the way. I got hit. That's actually what I would have wanted. I would have preferred getting shot over any of those three. Even more than Sue. I am the manager. It's my job to protect the people in the arcade. That is my job, is to protect them and keep them safe. The tone of this game just went in a direction I wasn't expecting. I just wanted to make a dream for everyone to enjoy. That's all. Was that so wrong? It's what you would have done. It's what you did do, for all of us. But I guess no good deeds go unpunished, huh? The Angel family curse.
You've a strong spirit, dear. You'll get through this, I know you will.
I'm gonna be like, hey Percy, I beat you to that. I beat you to it. You were worried about dying in 2 years? I beat you to it, buddy.
But for now, you best wake up. There's still more to be done.
I'm wondering if this is going to be a wake-up call for Percy. Because the fact that I probably almost died, the fact that I was so close to death, hopefully wakes Percy up and understand why I'm pushing him to take the chance to save himself, to take this chance for him to live. Why I want him to live. Hopefully that's what this does. Because that would probably be the perfect argument to just Wake him up and just go for it. That would be really poetic. Slowly, very slowly, I open my eyes. The soft beeping of medical monitoring greets me, as well as an angel in white. Well, an angel in a white lab coat. I mean, my last name is Angel. Well, they're no heavenly being. They do appear to be my doctor, armed with nothing more than a clipboard. I am happy that I protected Mrs. Defame. Because she didn't get shot, she lived to tell the tale, and she at least saw that I was trying to save her. I tried to save her. I'm still a little hazy as they briefly explain the situation. Thanks to my wild theatrics, I startled the shooter enough that her bullet missed its intended target. And instead, it went into my leg. Which hurts like F, but apparently resulted in a surprisingly clean shot that I'll recover from in a few weeks, easily. 2 days in the hospital, a week or two in crutches, some limping, then I'll be back to 100%. That was lucky. Super lucky. And more importantly, nobody died. I can live with this momentary pain if someone else gets to live, period. So, could have been better. Could have been worse. The doctor, having given me the report, leaves me to treat the other patients. Before they do, they inform me I have a visitor. Please tell me it's my sweetheart, Percy. At least there's a plus side. I just wonder who it is. Do you have to wonder? Oh, Percy, my love. How the tables have turned. I love this. I love how poetic it is because the tables have definitely turned, and I'm loving this. This is so nice. Such a cool way to write this. I'm super happy that I chose Percy because this whole thing is just perfect. This full circle thing is perfect. Percy walks in, his head held high. He's trying to hold it in, trying not to cry. Confound it all, what in the bloody heck were you thinking jumping in front of a gun like that? How could you throw your life away like that? There, right there. There, right there. How could you throw your life away like that? Right there. You noble, noble fool. A noble fool I love so dearly. A noble fool who I thought for one terrible moment that I'd lost forever. Percy,
Please, hear me out. I've made a decision. I am no stranger to grief, you know this. I've felt loss. I've felt pain. I'd like to think that if you were to leave my arms, I could shoulder the burden and carry on. I've had to do it before. When I lost my dear little sister, it was a considerable burden to bear. But I fear losing you would have broken me. Completely.
Oh, Percy! Get those darn meds. Get those darn meds, will you, man?
I love you with all of my heart. Even the part of my heart that seeks my destruction. I can't help myself. I don't want to love this much. It would be easier, wouldn't it? A simple, light-hearted love, one which could let go when the time comes to let go. Understanding that it will be fleeting. Accepting that.
I love this.
But that's not the truth, is it? I love you deeply, and I cannot deny that. Today was proof. If you were gone, a piece of me would have gone with you. I couldn't bear it.
I'm getting misty-eyed. I'm actually tearing up. I'm getting misty-eyed.
So, I've decided.
Yes.
I'm going to accept my doctor's treatment.
Hallelujah. If I have to jump in front of a gun to get this man to get that treatment again, I would do it again in a heartbeat if I had to, you know? And I think he knows that, and therefore he's going to do it before I do it again.
Because making you shoulder the pain of losing me is selfish. It's unfair to make you have to feel even a tiny bit of the way I felt today.
That's a very sweet way to look at it. So it seems I'm going to have to live, after all. No way around it. Assuming you can forgive me for my outburst of utter foolishness, that is. I'm glad to hear it, Percy, and your sister would be glad to hear it as well. Guess we're stuck with each other until in the time itself, huh? If that's what you want for yourself, I'll support you, only if you're sure. I'm glad to hear it, Percy, and your sister would be glad to hear it. I feel like during this, I would crack a joke. Guess we're stuck with each other until the end of time itself, huh? I offer him a bright laugh and a sad little smile. Well, I guess that means both of us will get to enjoy the heat death of the universe, because dang if I'm letting you die, and you won't let me die either. Two immortals watching the stars go out because we both want to hold on for one more day, no matter what. Plug a Mr. Moopy into the heart of a dying star and I'll be as happy as a clam. And your star will never fade in my eyes.
Much obliged.
Thank you for understanding. I felt so silly, I suppose, the way I carried on this morning. A cruel, silly fool. But I suppose we're both silly fools of a sort. And I love you for your silliness. I always will. Now, a treatment isn't a cure. I wasn't lying about that. There's still a chance it won't work, but it's a chance I'm ready to take. And however many years I have, be they short or long, I'll happily spend them by your side. And in front of Mr. Moopy, I have to understand that this is essentially going to be a threesome. Me and Percy and Mr. Moopy. And I'm okay with that. I've accepted that. Yes, well that goes without saying. He sighs, letting all this weight off his chest. A little poke at his game-playing habits helped lighten his mood, but not entirely. I was being something of a prat mind, so focused on punishing myself that I couldn't see how I was hurting others. You can forgive me, but I was quite cross with my mom and dad. Unfairly so, considering they've already lost a daughter. That is pretty unfair. I'll call them tonight, start to patch things up, I promise. And how about once I finish the first round of treatments, we'll head up to jolly old England, meet the folks, you and I. That would be glorious, Percy. Can I kiss this man? Can I please kiss this man now? Suppose I'll need a passport then. How about bringing them here? English weather sticks. No, I want to go to England. Travel. I'd be honored to meet the Sinclair family. I'd love to meet your parents, Percy. Let's absolutely make a trip out of it. I'm ready. You might change your mind after meeting them. Salt of the earth, my family. They own a little dirt farm in a village with an unpronounceable name. If Mum offers to cook you a blood pudding, don't let her. Trust me on this. I like blood pudding. I really like it. I don't know about you, Percy, but I'm going for that blood pudding. It is delicious. Delicious.
Well, it's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it?
Can you just stay? Can you just stay here, please? We've still a lot of work to do to clear things up at the arcade, pave the way to this bright future we apparently now have together. But I know we can do it. I'll see you bright and early. Or whatever your doctor lets you leave. Or whenever your doctor lets you leave, I suppose. Thanks, Percy. Love ya. And I love you. And I you. Seeing the person I care for the most was certainly a boon to my spirit. Now, if they could only do something about the food here. With my heart calmed, my body finally tells me it's exhausted. I snuggle into the cover as yawns escapes me. Just as I'm about to roll over and drift off to sleep, another visitor drops in. It's likely well past visiting hours, but with no small amount of amount of both dread and relief, I'm glad to see her. Mr. Angel, a word if you will. I try to straighten myself up from my pillow back's rest. Time to put on my professional front, even if I'm in excruciating pain. Okay, I should start by explaining that what happened today isn't exactly indicative of I should hope it was. It's hard to disguise the disbelief in my face. What? It seems I misjudged your character based on an initial unpleasant interaction. But what I saw today, clearly, you are no fool, nor a coward. I let my need to protect my family override my better judgment. How absurd to paint everything you've built at Funplex 2 Electric Boogaloo with that brush, all over such a small matter. I saw you selflessly throw yourself in front of that bullet. You didn't have to do that. You chose to do that. It's indicative of someone who isn't simply in this for the money, as so many in this industry are. In fact, you took a bullet for me, despite my open hostility towards you. It seems very childish to me in retrospect, and I apologize. I knew I made the right choice. I suppose I've become a bit jaded from all those eager to cash in on the arcade scene. All the large-scale arcades have a review tend to be very impersonal and cold. So, you were impressed with our arcade? Well, let's not go that far. I can't say I was thrilled with the amount of mayhem and disaster going on before a gang war broke out. But I will also say I've only ever seen that amount of mayhem and disaster once before. It's highly unusual, to say the least. The last time I reviewed a small, up-and-coming arcade similar to yours, everything went wrong. everything. I wrote my review in an honest fashion, and as a result of my scathing pen, the place was sold and closed down within a month. Sold to a notable figure in this industry, Deco. Wait, you don't mean... Yes, Dekonami. Such is the fate of any arcade which dares to stand up to him. Your prior business, the Funplex, only escaped being devoured by being far too small to be worthwhile. Sadly, your enthusiasm may have put it in its crosshairs, and if you cannot tidy up your reputation after today's affairs, Funplex 2 Electric Boogaloo will be next. Again, and again, and again. Torn down by Dekonami. This time, he didn't even have to lift a finger. By pure coincidence, the ghost monsters wrecked everything before he could exact any revenge. All he has to do is swoop in and buy out what's left of our dreams. However, I have come to a decision. Given I was a first-hand witness to your troubles, which was clearly not your fault, and given your willingness to put even your own life on the line for your arcade, I'm going to tell my editor I need more time, that I want to return in 1 week and get a more accurate and mature overview of your operations. 1 week. That's the best I can offer you. This is a difficult hole to climb out of, Mr. Angel, even aside from earlier trouble. Having a gang fight and a shooting transpired in an arcade. Well, the press will feed on this, even if I was the only press present and accounted for. They'll dig and they'll speculate and they'll chew on your bones. If your arcade survives that initial onslaught, I hope to write a proper review which can lay those concerns to rest. But I'll offer you no more second chances, no more reasonable doubts. Best foot forward when I return, or my readers will know the truth. Understood? I have to admit, everything she says is fair. Is very fair. Understood? Then I'll leave you to your recuperation. With a curt nod, she turns and leaves the room, leaving me with my thoughts. 1 week. I got exactly 1 week to completely rebuild a reputation and clear the good name of Funplex 2 Electric Boogaloo. Otherwise, it's game over for all of us. That was a cool chapter. And I'm so happy that we were able to resolve things with Percy. You've cleared level 7 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is now. Let's see your score. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 2,500 points. Is that the max? And now we have one last pizza fact. This is probably the last chapter. 62% of Americans prefer meat toppings on their pizza, while 38% prefer vegetarian. Everybody loves different kinds of pizza, and that's a beautiful thing. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to the drum roll please? The final level? Yes. 100% yes. This is it, folks. The final chapter. Kill screen? Okay. I'm also curious about the prizes I've got so far. It is the distant future, year 20XX, and... Oh wow, look, I've gotten more artwork. Arcade text sketch. Okay, I'll look at these at the end. It is the distant future, 20XX, and... Who am I kidding? I'll be lucky to make it to 20XX, plus 1 at this rate. I've had my strand of fate twisted back and forth so often it feels like it could snap at any moment. Mired in depression and a supposed family curse, then lifted up by my amazing time at the Funplex, slammed back down by Dekonami, raised up again by the Funplex 2 Electric Boogaloo project, and now descending farther due to a series of bad coincidences, culminating in a Pier 6 brawl in which I got shot. But today, I'm back. Back to Funplex 2 Electric Boogaloo and ready to work, despite being on crutches. Normally I have to mentally filter out the beeps and the boops of the busy arcade, but not today. Aside from our regulars, nobody's here. Not exactly the sight I wanted to see on my grand return after heroically taking a bullet to the leg. We're 3 days into this ambitious experiment, and it's already looking like a bust. Even with a reprieve from Mrs. Defame, we couldn't hush the event up completely. The news of gang violence at a local arcade spread over social media like wildfire. Gavin had filled me in on the details I missed while I was passed out. By the time the cops got here, both gangs were long gone, and the ghost monsters wiped their security footage on the way out the door. No arrest made, no evidence remaining. The only plus side... I'm like... Iris wasn't able to do anything about that? I'm shocked. The only plus side? Sue and her ghost monsters apparently never came back. But even without them actively causing problems, that single day managed to smash her reputation. It's just so disappointing, unreasonable, frustrating, effed up. I'm gonna say frustrating. I mean, come on, we've had a single lousy day and that's enough to send the masses running and screaming? Talk about overkill. It's frustrating to see all this amazing fun on display and nobody enjoying it. These games yearn for quarters. They are hungry and must be fed. I don't honestly know how we can recover from this. If we could only get the good word out, somehow correct this PR disaster. Seated behind the ticket desks with my crutches propped up nearby, light duty only for a week minimum doctor's orders, I tried to mentally detangle this mess. Hey, Iris, are we? Yes, we're still trending negatively on social media, like the last 7 times you asked. Any luck with our security camera footage? Oh good, I'm glad you actually thought for Iris to look into it. Any luck with our security camera footage then? Anything we could give to the police? It might help our public image to have someone to point at blame at. Nope, it's totally wiped, and my file recovery system's failed. I guess that's to be expected when going up against cyber criminals. Like they've even avoided bad press from the shooting. I haven't spotted the words ghost monsters in any of the articles I found about the attack. It's like they're ghosts. Well, not literally ghosts, I just mean they clean their tracks very effectively. Yeah, got that. We did see them in their corporeal form, remember? At least that whole mess seems to be behind us. Now we just need to dig our way out of this hole. I sigh heavily as the burden sinks into my lungs, and before I can groan further, I hear footsteps approaching me. I lock my phone and pocket it before seeing who it is.
Greetings.
It is I, Hamza, here to discuss matters of great import with my good friend and worthy ally, Archangel. Hi, Hamza. I'm so glad that Hamza is still loyal to us. I sense a distinct lack of energy in your greeting, likely due to your sorrowful state after being shot. Hobbling along on crutches isn't fun. But no, that's not the problem. Regardless, you must always face the day with fire and purpose, Archangel.
Such is the iron will.
Only with an absolute will of iron, strong and resilient against that which assails you, can you achieve absolute victory in the world of arcade games. Pardon my lack of, fire, just pondering how to deal with this reputation situation.
This displeases Hamza.
Indeed, those foul miscreants truly soil our trousers of decency on opening day. Such misbegotten youth must pay for their insolence. What is your cunning plan for completely and utterly destroying them? I was thinking more along the lines of a PR campaign to rebuild public trust. Far less exciting, but Hamza will assist in any way possible. You hold within you tremendous power of persuasion. Hamza has witnessed this firsthand. Your people skills are unmatched.
Perfection.
Believe in me who believes in you, and strike forth into this world to re-establish our business as one of sublime arcade majesty. Right, so like advertising or something. Hamza's success suspects you will require a grander statement than some mere billboard. The violent incident made a splash. You, my friend, must make a tsunami, one which will wash away the blood and leave us clean. If only such opportunity would simply walk through those doors and lay its bounty before us, this could be a simple matter. Hold that thought, we've got a customer. Hello, welcome to... Good morning. Oh, you. Oh, I'm so glad Hamza is here. Good day, mister. Hold on, I'm trying to come up with your name. Hanson? Harrison? Something starting with an H. Please excuse Hamza, Archangel. I must return to my kitchen to be forcibly restrained by my chefs lest I commit a crime against humanity. What an eccentric fellow. I stood there in silence and shock. I tried telling myself that this was just a bad fever dream from my wound, but no such luck. This was 100% real. I watch as Deco takes a look around the arcade, his smug grin ever present. I see his eyebrow arch as he takes note of the people, or rather the lack of people here playing games.
Such a shame.
Seems you've had an unfortunate run of luck lately, Mr. Angel. Not an unexpected one, however. I did warn that this would likely be the result of trying to go your own way. This can be a very unforgiving industry, as you've learned. Well, I didn't expect you to get shot, at least. I'm glad to hear the wound was minor, and you'll recover. I apologize for not sending flowers.
Am I not generous?
I hope you realize now that I was only looking out for your interests when I made my job offer, Mr. Angel.